Hey guys, welcome back to TOMGIRL. This is episode 44, and I'm so excited for this one. We have the players from the Basketball Beauties League. Stand by.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
A little throwback from Love and Basketball. Hey guys, welcome back to TOMGIRL. I'm JJ Jurgens. You can follow me at TOMGIRL TV. And I am so excited to have the Basketball Beauties Leagues here. Ladies, introduce yourselves.
Hey guys, I am your girl Dawn Raven. You can follow me on any social media platform, all the same at the Dawn Raven.
What's up? It's your girl who is Heartbreak, and all my social media is all the same. All my music, SoundCloud, everything is who is Heartbreak.
Hi guys, my name is Nandi Taylor, and my social media is Nandi Amaya on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow me at AmayaType_.
Thank you guys. I'm so happy to have all of you. For those of you who aren't familiar with the league yet, you need to be. So this is the Basketball Beauties League, and you are a group of models, actresses, entertainment folks, awesome people, right? Is all in this league together. So tell us about the league.
Well, so it is an entertainment league for sure. We have that, but we also have, professionals. Like the one sitting right next to us is a rocket scientist.
We will be talking about that.
So it's full of women. We all know that basketball doesn't get the credit that it deserves when you live in the basketball world. Basketball Beauties kind of gives us a platform to network and meet other women who play basketball, have passed in basketball, and some people who are still currently playing. So it's just a good place to have some good hoop, get some good runs.
Yeah, definitely. I totally agree with Dawn. I think the league is amazing for women that they want to play at a competitive level, because there's some basketball leagues. There's not a lot of women's basketball leagues around here, but there's some, but they're not as competitive as Basketball Beauties. I feel like Basketball Beauties is almost semi-pro. We have people that currently play overseas that have played in the WNBA, like Dawn, that have played in college. So I think it's a great platform to kind of mix that competitive drive with anything in entertainment.
And so it's been around for how many years now? About 2?
This will be season 3.
Yeah.
So it just depends on when the seasons actually start, but I guess it's going into about the 3rd year now.
Yeah.
So it's been...
before the league actually began, we were doing women's games, fundraiser games against each other, and then they created the league.
How many different teams are in the league?
6 total.
6 total. We've been trying to get it, to get Jude, who is the creator of Basketball Beauties, the Basketball Beauties League, to get more teams. But it stays competitive at 6, and it keeps it exclusive where, the best players are required to be here. So now it's still 6 teams, but it's 6 competitive, really talented women.
Well, we were talking earlier because there was some Instagram talk that is actually moving to New York as well, and that there's going to be a branch of you guys out there, too. So we'll have to wait for more news on that one.
I wonder if we're going to turn it into this national league. We start playing national championships.
In different states.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be really
How
cool.
has it grown just in the 3 seasons now?
Oh my God, it's gone. Somebody like Nandi, who's extremely talented. This would be her first year, this is her rookie year in the league. But the girl can play some basketball. So, and the first year, it was kind of getting established, so we weren't able to attract what women would call real basketball players, because all we know for women's basketball is college, WNBA, or overseas. There's no median for women. They don't have that platform. So as it's grown, of course, it's attracted real hoopers to be like, you know what? Dang, this is where I can get real runs. This is where I can play and play against women where I don't feel like I'm doing any discredit to the game. So year 3, it's dope, man.
Yeah, I think that's what attracted me, especially moving from Virginia. I graduated from Virginia State University, and I moved out here, and I instantly I want to join this league. I see a lot of people, competitive players, a lot of people networking, entertainment players, and it was something that was a good platform. So I'm I definitely want to be a part of that. So
For sure. Well, we have one more that joined. Yay. We won't make you run sprints for being late. It's all right.
I gotta do burpees.
Hi, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Okay.
And I'm sure you guys out here will recognize this face. Yeah, your camera now, right here. Sorry, we're hiding yours. There you go.
Okay, I'm like, does my headphone look weird?
You look good, girl.
You're good, yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Just keep that little mic close to your mouth and you're good, yeah.
Hi.
Tell everybody out there your name, where they can follow you on social media.
Hey, my name is Erika Ringor, and you can follow me on Instagram at my name, ErikaRingor. Ringor. Like a superhero. But, right, really, but kind of.
And you Hoopers out there probably recognize her from Love and Basketball.
Sidra.
Basketball, yeah.
Sidra in the building.
Hi. Can I do an annoying fan thing and
Yes.
just ask for my one favorite quote?
Yes.
Do you know? Yeah.
Oh my God.
You know what it is.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
You know
yeah.
what it is.
Never let a freshman take your
That's
spot.
right.
Yeah.
I knew it. When we came into college, we knew, like, look,
Oh yeah.
if I'm a freshman, I got to find a way to take that senior spot.
Freshmen got it bad.
Oh my gosh. That sounded weird. That was weird.
The best. Well, thank you. So we've just started kind of talking about how the league got started, how it's grown in the first couple years. Anything that how you've witnessed it grow and kind of take off?
Oh
over
yeah, I
those
was
years?
one of the OGs when we walked into this little dusty gym, and I was like, Jude, what is this? I don't know if anybody was. I think it was me and Britt, and we walked in. I was like, okay. I was like, Jude, where's everybody? He's like, no. So no, it started literally from the ground up, and I actually appreciate it because this is, I don't know what they've said, but this is not like a normal league, and girls are like, I want to play in that league. I'm like,
Yeah.
like seriously, like. It's not just anyone can play. Like, you actually have to know how to play basketball. It's not some just little cute league on Sunday. It's like elbows and profanities sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times.
Oh, yeah.
Dawn, you know, she
Look,
cute over here, but she a little feisty
It
on the
gets
court.
gritty,
It gets a little
okay?
gritty. Yeah.
Getting those 4 lines, no mercy.
So yeah, no. So the fact that it's grown so much, and then like the quality of women that play in it, that's the only reason why I play. Because I was like, Jude, I don't want to get hurt. You know, like I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I appreciate it, and we have a following, and it inspires other people. So that's cool.
How would somebody go about getting on the team or trying out, or what's the process for that?
I just say call Jude.
Yeah.
Go to Basketball Beauties.
Yeah.
And DM them and say hey, and then like I've literally sent 3 girls to him. I'm like, I don't know, but go to their Instagram and then DM them, tell them what you want to do.
Yeah. We have open runs before the league starts too. This year we only had 2,
Yeah.
but that gives people like a good idea, like, can this person actually play? And then I don't really know how Jude does it, but somehow he figures out who's going to be on what
Well,
team.
yeah. I mean, when it initially started, when it was players that we didn't know where they were coming from, or Jude may not know where they're coming from, so it's like, okay, let me do these open runs to see. But now you're having people that are coming in with these basketball resumes, where it's like, okay, there's no real need to see this person play. I know who this person is, or they played at this specific institution, and so yeah, we don't need to see it. So now it's just like, man, you just got all these talented people coming in. It's like, how can we fit them in?
Yeah, that's good. It's a great problem to have. Watch it grow, right? Yeah, I played at Nebraska. Yeah,
You should play with us.
I know.
I might need to practice a little bit more. It's been a little bit while. But yeah, that's how I started following you guys, because there's not. I knew about the men's entertainment league out here for a while, and I was like, there's never stuff for women. And now through the show, I've started to research stuff like that. I was telling these guys that I didn't know there was a female equivalent to the LA Kings hockey team called the LA Lions. And so that's one thing I've been loving about working at this, is getting to meet people like you doing these wonderful, organizations taking women's sports and, women's things to the next level.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
So do you have practice schedules, or does everybody practice on their own, or how does that work?
Yeah.
I played yesterday. I should have texted you. Yeah.
I actually was on set yesterday. I booked a campaign, and they had us doing suicide defensive slides. And I'm like, this is preseason of college.
Oh, no.
So right now I'm a little sore. But yeah, for the practices though, it just depends on your team. It's like any professional team. Your success comes from whatever you decide to put in. Some teams, like the team actually who won the championship 2 years in a row, but boo.
Yeah, you was at
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they actually held practices and have plays and stuff, you know.
Oh, serious.
So,
Clipboards.
yeah.
Oh yeah. How you think we got the championship twice?
Don't ask me that question because you're not gonna. You're not gonna
Oh
like what
my god.
Where'd that one go?
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
And where are the games played out? Can fans come and watch you?
The
How do they
Expo Center.
Expo Center in downtown.
It's King Boulevard and Figueroa, where the
Yeah.
old sports arena used to be.
Yeah.
So literally, the intersection of King Boulevard and Figueroa. It's a huge center with like a pool, soccer field. It's called the Exposition Center, like recreational center.
Yeah, and it's open to public, so yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody
the
can come
website,
and look.
which is
Yeah.
Well, the
Whatever
exact
games
address is 3980 Bill Robertson Lane.
are. Watch the games.
Write it down.
Say that again. Say that again. What's the address?
3980 Bill Robertson Lane.
Wow, you got the voice.
Got it on.
And then you said the new league is starting June 10th?
Yes.
Right away?
June 10th.
And it just runs straight 6 weeks in a row, or what's kind of the schedule like for the upcoming
13
season?
weeks. 13 weeks. I might be wrong. I think it's 10 season games or 9 season games, 3 playoffs, and
playoffs,
champions.
yeah.
Championship.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, well, let me ask a couple other questions about the league before I want to get to each one of you individually as well. But I'm going to ask, so what does being a basketball beauty mean to each of you? Like, stump
Dawn,
you,
you go
stump
first.
you.
Dawn, you want to go first?
Oh, yeah. Well, being a basketball beauty for me means being a part of something that represents women in the right way when it comes to sports. It shows that you're not just placed into one box of one dynamic of what a woman's athlete can be. You can be anything. So for me, it's just representative of, where we are in this time with women and indicative of the fact that we can do whatever we want to do and be successful at it. So I'm proud to be a part of it for that reason.
Yeah. I mean, I think Don hit it right on the nose. Being a part of this league just gives us like a platform, like 1, to be competitive basketball players, and then 2, also to show people like you can be womanly, you can be feminist, like you can be like pretty and beautiful. And I don't mean just by like putting on makeup, but like just like the I guess the message that this league is giving to people is that women can do the same thing as men. They can look pretty. They can look sweaty and get grimy on the court. They can do everything. And the fact that this league encompasses a lot of people that are in entertainment that can use this platform to like showcase their skills and show women and girls that are growing up that they can do anything. We have models, actresses, we have teachers, we have engineers, we have flight attendants. They can travel the world if they want to. That's what I love about this league, is that it gives us that place where we can play ball that we've always wanted to do our whole entire lives, but also inspire other people.
Yeah. I think they hit everything like right on the nail, but I also wanted to add in like for me being like the rookie or the new girl, I think coming in and seeing people who've already been in the league for like since it's begun, it gives me the opportunity to network with people, to actually have someone to maybe look up to, seeing that I'm new to LA, they've been here longer than me. I can kind of get information from them to know like which way to go so I don't go the wrong way, just to have people to look up to. I think it's cool too. Yeah.
Very helpful in the city. Yeah, everybody needs that.
LA.
Yeah.
I guess
you?
everybody looked at me. Okay, so what does basketball beauties mean to me? Was that the question?
Yeah, being one.
Being one. I think you said it where it's like there's so many women from like different sizes, different colors, different nationalities that all have one thing in common. We'll ball you up. Like seriously, like it's not, so for me, like a lot of my guy friends are like, oh my God, she looks like that and she can play. Like literally that's it's like, yeah, like we don't look like that all the time. Like we, you know what I'm saying? So it's this image of looking a certain way means you can't play basketball or be in it. And everyone in here understands what I'm saying. So this league just wipes that away. And, most of my friends who I've invited, especially my guy friends, they'll see, one of the models like cross over someone and they're like, I'm like, yeah, we're basketball players. Doesn't matter what you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We
Yeah.
play basketball. That's it. So this league kind of wipes that stereotype, all that out of there, and just puts us on one platform, you know, and we're basketball players.
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys have kind of touched on this one, but I want to go a little further. Also, how does it embrace kind of the word beauty in your eyes?
I mean, beauty is
Can be defined
it's
as
subjective. You know, it's subjective to who it is. I mean, I've met some beautiful women in this league that have hearts of gold, you know, and created lifetime friendships, you know, because it's good people. And so beauty, yeah, it's some girls you like, dang, she fine. But then, you know, you see some people and they have good hearts. And like, you know, Nandi said, the reason why she's able to find somebody that she can get advice from is because somebody has a beautiful heart or a beautiful soul that's going to lead her in the right direction. So.
You're so sweet.
It's so sentimental.
So fun.
How do you guys feel like this league is affecting young girls out there?
Positively, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it'd be cool if we could get more. We should invite like basketball teams, high school girls, like you know. I just thought of that. So maybe we can talk to Jude about it and just inviting, you know, more young girls to the league.
What about those camps that we do too for those?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
do
a lot
like
of.
camps at the same gym, right? Doing little like trainings and things for little kids to learn. So we do give back to the community too, which is awesome. I do love the fact that like we can have this league where it's like a bunch of beautiful women that are doing all this different things, and we can show like younger kids like you don't have to be this butchy like masculine person to go and play basketball or to grow up and play basketball. You could play basketball and grow up and do all kinds of different things. You could go to college with your basketball skills and get a degree and go and do something, whatever you want to do.
Exactly. Or you can. You know, it gives them that choice. It doesn't put them in the box of like, oh, you have to be a tomboy. You can. You totally can. You can rock that out if that's what you choose to do. But also what they refuse to believe is that, you know, women who want to dress up and want to put on dresses and wear heels also want to take off those heels and throw on a pair of sneaks and ball it us, you know?
Thank you. That was the whole beginning of TOMGIRL. There's people don't get that balance a lot.
Yeah.
So there's a whole bunch of you guys out there.
Yes, there are.
Yeah, it's so awesome. Well, because I do want to let everybody get to know each one of you individually more too, so they can all get on board and follow you guys all season long. And I want to hear the different backgrounds that you're from too, because I think that's fascinating. You all have different stories. So I think I have photos though. So we're gonna go in this order. Oh, I only did 2 of each. So okay. So we'll start with Dawn.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see Dawn.
yes, abs. Okay.
Here we go.
I love that picture.
So this is the good, like the balance of like you rocking the abs, hardcore, you know, looking ball, and then beautiful, you know, just. So tell about like, so you're an actress now, and tell me about the things you're doing and kind of your other career. And
it's funny, the first picture actually was on set of a show that was based around basketball. But yeah, so I do have a huge basketball background. It's been something I've played for a very long time, and it's taken me all over the world. I've played at a professional level, you know, started young and just went all the way pro. But as much as I love basketball, I do have to say that I love acting more. And it's hard for people to believe because of you know, how much time and effort I put into basketball, but that's just who I am. It's just putting forth everything that I have and whatever is in front of me at the time. So I actually made the conscious choice to give up basketball to pursue my dreams, because acting came before basketball. Basketball just took off, and that was a God-given talent that I couldn't deny. I had to do something with it, or I would have been regretful for the rest of my life. So now I'm able to do both. Basketball Beauties allows me to do both, and I mean, I think that is just a blessing, you know, and able to play basketball and still able to pursue my dream that I love so much. And that's actually from a recent film that just got released on Amazon Prime called Loyalty, and it will be released as a feature it's a lot coming with this film. I'm really excited about it. But yeah,
Congrats.
yeah, thank you, thank you.
I think there's actually in the acting world a lot of the athlete mentality can be put to that. Do you feel the same? And can you talk about
Hilarious.
that?
I know Erika knows this.
Yeah.
I feel like in every acting class that I have or any conversation, they always reference, it's not even sports, they reference basketball. It's like, oh, when Kobe Bryant goes to the gym, he stays there and he does his work. And they're like, well, that's what Samuel L. Jackson does. It's like always this reference to basketball. And I'm like, God, you speaking to me, okay? So there's a reason for everything. So yeah, it's been really cool. You know, this journey has been amazing, and I'm enjoying every step of it. And still being able to hold on tight to basketball in some way has been extremely important. And I don't feel like I've lost anything. I just feel like I've gained the opportunity to do both.
And even the training wise, I feel like the athlete mind works in the acting because you're either training for different roles or like
If you don't play sports, it's a mentality that it's hard to understand. But once it's a competitive thing, also knowing that you need the people around you to succeed, that's a mentality that I think that as women we need to grow more into, is the fact that we can help build each other instead of trying to compete with one another. Society makes us feel like, okay, me and her look alike. I need to fight against her instead of saying, how can we come together and build an empire? That's a basketball. Like, you can't win a basketball game by yourself. You got 5 people on the court and another 5 people on the bench that we need all 10 of you guys to win. And it's the same thing with acting. You know, you have to create a community and a network around you that allows you to build together and to win together. So it's simultaneous, and it's like, man, it's like living in a dual world, just doing something different. And this time I'm dressed up with my hair straight and a little bit of makeup on.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I love it. I love it.
So I know you said this Amazon film's coming out. Anything else next coming up for you that think?
Yeah, I also have a project coming out on Hulu. It's called Bando. It's American Crime Series. And outside of that, it's a grind. Maybe in another month I'll have something else I can tell you. You know, constantly auditioning, constantly studying the work, and you know, I'm just streamlined ahead, waiting to see what's next, and you know, just taking every opportunity as a new blessing to inspire and to grow and to be a better human being and individual.
Awesome. Fantastic. All right. We're going to Erika next.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that smile.
I remember that. Okay.
There we go. Yeah. I just randoms from all your guys'
my gosh. Okay.
Instagram accounts.
So funny.
Yeah, so tell us more about you. I know we all know from Love and Basketball, and you know, what was working on that film? Talk a little bit about that. How was that film for you?
That was amazing. It was my first, I don't know how it fell in my lap. What's crazy is I didn't have representation when I got it. So it was, my cousin called and said, hey, Spike Lee is having open calls for basketball players. Now, the ego was in me at this time. Erika had an ego, a little bit of an ego for no reason. I don't even know why I had an ego. But I was like, I don't do cattle calls.
Ooh.
I said, nah, I don't do cattle calls. And she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, wait, what is it again? Who is it again? She said, Spike Lee. And I said, So I was like, nah, I'm not going. So she told me the information, and actually the auditions were being held at my old high school. That's what was crazy. That's why I was like, oh. So now that I look back 20 years, 18 years, like, the universe just lined that up for me. Like, I couldn't have planned that. Like, the way that it just went and how I got it and then where it's brought me is crazy. So, you know me, I'm huge on energy, universe. I'm huge on that. So, when I got it, again, like, I was fresh out of college. I had been doing student films, extra work, like, got my SAG card on the Jamie Foxx show, like, first 3 episodes on it, like, and they're showing it. I was Hoochie #1. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. But I've had people, like, literally in the last 2 weeks, they've DM'd me the screenshot, and I'm in these booty shorts, and I'm at the bar with Jamie and Eddie Griffin, and I'm like, oh my, and I remember this day, but I was, for me, I was just Hoochie #1, but I was, like, there for work, like, even though, so anyway, this is crazy. So I just remember booking it and, like, being on set and, like, and that wasn't even, like, it was everything that happened after. Like, filming it, I was still kind of like, I was in heaven. I was like, I don't even think I slept. Like, when you're that excited, like, I was just up and I was just everywhere. And it was like 2 weeks of, you know, we shot for 2 weeks, and then when it came out, I still didn't realize how big the film was. you know, I didn't know until like Love and Basketball really got huge after it came out on video. And then people started seeing it on TV and word, and it was like more word of mouth. That's when people started like recognizing me with sunglasses and a hat on. That's when I was like, oh, I was like I didn't understand it until that's what's crazy. I didn't really understand my impact until like 2 years into it, to where people were like really like, you impacted me this way, and then I was like, oh wow, now I have a responsibility, because people like, I have a responsibility now. So, you know, we just had our 18-year anniversary, April 21st, when it was released.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
Dude, I was like,
I was-
what?
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's
Rookie.
Come on, freshman.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna date myself too, because I remember I watched it with my teammates and we were in the theater in college, you know.
Okay.
So I was like,
Okay.
yeah. So
Yeah.
And what I love about it, because I rewatched it again today, and I'm like, it's still freaking fantastic. Like
It's a
finally-
classic.
Yes, and it was fine. I mean, the soundtrack's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
also.
It never
I remember
gets
playing
old.
that.
Like,
Oh.
it
never gets
You
old.
know what's
Oh, it's so
funny
good.
about it is when people when you don't play basketball and you're like, oh, Love and Basketball is one of my favorite movies. I'm like, it makes me realize, like, I thought it just was me because we play basketball, but I mean, worldwide, it's anybody. It just,
Yeah.
I didn't realize. Like,
Yeah.
but I'm like, man. So hearing this story, I'm like,
So you know how a lot of sports movies you'll watch, and I think as an athlete, they never feel real, or you're like, that's not how people play, or you know, whatever. Like I feel like the whole movie nailed what it's really like to like. I thought it was just done really, really well.
Well, Gina Prince Bythewood, director, writer, still a good friend of mine. Super, like, she's so dope. Like, Gina's dope. She made it a point to surround Sanaa with everybody that played basketball. So everyone around her, we were super competitive. Like, I'm talking about, like, the scene where I'm, like, grabbing on her, and it's like that. Like, Gina was like, I'm going to let you all play for 20 minutes, just open court, and we're going to film you. And we were like, so we're just playing? Like, no acting. She was like, so that whole grabbing on Sanaa and pushing her, like, I was pushing her.
wow.
And so after, I remember her asking me after we cut, she walks up to me, she goes, Erika, she was like, you like me, right? Swear to God. And I was like, yes, Sanaa. I was playing. I said, it's just intense. She was like, oh my God. I was like, but I remember her, but we were bumping, and I was just like, that's basketball. Like, we weren't playing. And the other girls, you know, some of the girls, they had been further in their basketball careers than I have, because I didn't play in college. I played intramural. And low key, the whole thing about the freshman taking your spot, that was me. That happened to me in college. Nobody know. I don't even think I don't know if I've said that, but like, some people know, but I was a senior. I went to Long Beach State, and it was between me and a freshman. There was 2 spots. There was 1 spot, and it was 2 of us. And I remember the coach called me in, and what's crazy is I wasn't very good with plays. And I just wasn't in high school. Like, it would take me a minute to get it, you know, and it's just, I didn't judge myself. I was like, look, I might need some extra time. I might need to take this home. But that was one of the reasons that she was just explaining to me why I didn't make the team. And I was like, okay. But then I was like, this girl is a freshman, and I was graduating in like 6 months, whatever. So I was like, dang. And then I booked Love and Basketball, and I was like, dang. Like, so that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
wow.
So university playing games with you know, so so it was amazing. And this, like I said, everything after, just the people that I've been able to meet, like athletes I've done, like all the celebrity games that I did when it first came out, like me and Moses Malone were like chilling on the bus driving to a game. It was like Shaq and like all these actors that I've looked up to, but also basketball players, and just literally like the people that I've been able to meet, who respect my work. That's like the payoff. And even to this day, 18 years later, people are like, can I get an autograph? I'm like, sure, come on, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I am so grateful, you know, for it. It's changed my life.
And what are you primarily, I know like on your Instagram, your goal is to inspire. What kind of things are you working on now or involved with?
So many things. So I do Herbalife full time. I'm a nutrition coach with Herbalife. I've been doing that 6.5 years. Don, I'm still waiting for your phone call.
She gonna call me out?
I'm just gonna blow you up, because we were choosing to meet up last week, but I'm gonna blow her up right now. No, but I've been doing that, and I have a film out. It's called Devious Nanny, that was aired on Lifetime. But you can go on YouTube type in Devious Nanny, and it'll pull up the full episode. It's actually not your typical Lifetime movie. It's actually really good, and I'm not even saying it because I'm in it. But it's actually it's a cool movie, so you all can go see that. I'm doing a lot of stuff like with investing, like business. Like I'm trying to be a billionaire.
Nice.
Like that's
Good plan.
like
Yeah.
honestly, like
Tell us how.
Exactly.
billionaire mindset. So I really haven't. I'm not limiting myself. So I'm kind of just saying yes to everything. I don't know if y'all saw that movie, Yes Man.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey. Just say yes and see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yep. It's a good
So
mentality.
that's kind of where
Yep.
I'm at. So I'm busy, but it's I'm happy. I'm excited. I'm excited
Yeah.
about it.
That's great. All right, let's move next to Heartbreak.
Hey. Uh-oh.
We got
Let's see
a
what we
couple
got.
shots of you.
Okay.
Hey.
Heartbreak's so
All right.
dope.
Yeah, you have so many things. So I'm just let you take it over now. These are fascinating. Go ahead.
Where do I
Let's start with your music.
Okay. So I'm a recording artist. I sing, songwrite, and produce. I actually started out producing, and then from producing, I wanted to write songs. So I started writing songs, and then to write songs, you got to kind of sing or do something, right? So then I started to learn how to sing, and now I'm just doing everything. So yeah, I mean, I don't.
And you have videos on YouTube. People can watch your music videos.
I have a couple music videos out. I just dropped a collaboration project with one of my friends, Stevie Dub. He's a dope, super dope hip hop artist. We just dropped that like a couple weeks ago, so that's all out on Spotify, Apple Music,
What's
all
the
that
name?
stuff.
You got a couple?
It's called Perspectives. And it's like every song is just a dual song with me and him. And it's super, it definitely gives like a different perspective in each song because I'm giving my perspective and he's giving his perspective in every single song. So it's so interesting to see like how he's going to think of something and how I'm going to think of something. So that's out now. I'm currently working on my solo project, which I just recorded 2 songs this weekend.
Nice.
Which I never have time to do anything. So I was like so happy. I'm really excited about that. So that's going to be coming out hopefully. I'm aiming for a couple months from now. I'm going to be dropping a solo project. So
great.
really excited about that.
Okay, we'll look for that.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, your rocket science.
Yeah, I kind of have this like full-time job with rockets and stuff.
Something minor.
Yeah, so I'm a mechanical engineer.
By the way, she was saying that like it's like
After I got out of producing my song, I just jump over.
I know my life is literally so weird because I go to work every day and I'm like out here building rockets, and then I come home and I record a song, and then
awesome.
the next day I'm like, oh, we have basketball, we have open runs, and then Sunday comes and we have basketball games, and now I'm on a show talking about basketball. I'm like, what am I doing? I don't know sometimes. But so I'm a mechanical engineer. We build rockets. I work in manufacturing, so I work on like writing the instructions for how to build them and stuff.
Wow. But tell them the company you work for.
SpaceX.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
The little bitty
small,
SpaceX.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is why I don't like talking about myself. I'm like, people are so confused when they talk to me. Like, wait, you do what? And then you do what? And then wait, huh? Like, so, yeah. But yeah, so that's my daytime job. And then I also play basketball. So I grew up playing basketball. It's actually really funny how my life works because I was just telling you earlier how, like, I was obsessed with music when I was younger, and I carried the CD player around with me all the time. And then it broke. And my mom didn't have enough money to like buy me a new one. She was like, "You're not getting a new one, so figure it out." So I opened it up, figured out what was wrong with it, fixed it, put it back together, and then I still got to use it. And so ever since then, my mom was like, "Oh, can you fix the stereo? Can you fix the TV? Can you do this, do that?" So I was literally fixing everything my whole life growing up. So like I was like, okay, engineering's gonna be my backup. I'm gonna be in the WNBA. That's my goal. That's what I'm gonna do. And then, but I like music, so maybe if basketball doesn't work, I'll do music. And then engineering's just like, that'll just help me to fall back if none of these work out. And so I thought I was going to be in the WNBA. That didn't work, so I went to college. I ended up starting the basketball team at my college, at UC Merced. because I was the inaugural class. There was no clubs, no sports, nothing there. So I went there specifically to start the basketball team. So I did that, majored in mechanical engineering, and then started doing all these internships. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I interned with like Procter and Gamble for like 3 years, like Mr. Clean, Febreze, Swiffer. I worked on that stuff. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be an engineer. Like, forget all this other stuff. But like, I was still playing basketball. And then I started producing when I was in college. And so I just like became this like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do in life? So it's just funny how life works out, that it just like ended up working out the way it did. I got a full-time job as a mechanical engineer. I still do music and make music for fun. And then I somehow like ended up in this basketball league. I moved to LA, ran into Jude a couple times, and now we have a basketball league. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can do everything that I want to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like I just talked so much.
No, it's fantastic. It's great. Amazing. All right, and last but not least, we have Nandi.
Yes.
All right, a couple pictures of you.
Rookie.
Yeah. Baller.
Yeah,
Real baller.
little fashion shot there. Hello, Dad. Yeah. Yeah. So tell us more about you.
I'm from Flint, Michigan, and I went to school at Virginia State University. I played there. I played basketball there, and I graduated last May, and I literally moved here July 15th. It was so hard to transition to move here. I had to like pack all my boxes, get them shipped, ship my car, find an apartment before I even moved here. And so once I finally got here, I got a job as to be a flight attendant, and so I started flight attending. I actually recently just quit. Due to a lot of reasons, but yeah, that's basically it right now. And so I'm working on a brand that'll be launched June 9th, so y'all can stay tuned for that. It's called Meraki 94, and yeah, so it'll be launched June 9th. But
Any
other
more
than that,
details? Like what kind of brand? Like what?
so I'll be selling swimwear and fitness apparel, sports bras, legging sets, spandex sets, and then I'll also have my vlogs on my website, and then I'll have a link to where you can donate towards my city because they have a water crisis. I don't know if you guys know about that. They have a like we've been going through the water crisis for about 3 or 4 years, and a lot of people are unaware of it, so I definitely want to bring it to the surface and show people like what we're going through and that it's real, because like I know a lot of people when they find out I'm from Flint, they're like, they laugh about it, like, oh, like you have dirty water, and it's like that's not, it's not funny. Like it's not, because people really, I have friends and family who are like still victims of it. So, you know, and you have like babies who are victims of it. So basically we had lead in our water. So once you drink it or it gets in your system, it basically messes with your nerves, and it's like, I don't really not explain it. Like, I don't want to say it the wrong way, but over time it damages your nerve system. So it's serious. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, it's a great cause, what you're doing.
Thank you.
For sure.
Well, what a group. I mean, you guys are all fantastic. All these things. It's so special. Okay, before, I know we only have a couple minutes left, so let's just talk a little bit about what are your guys' goals for the league? Like, what do you hope to see in the next 5 years? Or, you know, what are things you're going to work towards? Let's point at you.
I think what's unfortunate is just for women's basketball, it just is not enough. It's not enough platforms for it, you know. So I hate to say this, but when you play women's basketball, after it's done, you kind of hit a dead end. So a lot of people find themselves after finishing women's basketball, because you don't make as much money as the men. You just don't. After it's done, you are basically starting over brand new.
Yeah.
And so it's really unfortunate. You can see some of your best women's basketball players, and they're fine because they'll make make most of the money. But women who they fall into this mid category, somebody like, just so people can understand, like the caliber player as in the NBA. Let's say somebody who's like a role player in the NBA. A role player in women's basketball, once you're done, you are broke. And I'm just, I mean, that money goes fast. So this is going to provide an opportunity for women. And hopefully if we get the right investors, if we get people around that, you know, like, oh, I think that's doing something. I think that's inspiring women. I think that can make some money. This could build to be something like the G League or the D League for men, because we don't have that. It's either it goes from college, you either go to Europe or you go to the WNBA. After that, there's nothing. So hopefully something like Basketball Beauties can trigger something in somebody, be like, okay, let's do these semi-pro leagues that'll pay women, that still give them a platform to play. That's not quite the WNBA, it's not quite Europe, but it is something. And so that's the goal. You know, the goal is to always do better for, you know, the world. And I think that's what Jude is trying to do, is to provide an opportunity for women in sports. Because unfortunately, we just, when it comes to financially, they don't meet us. So hopefully, you know, and right now Jude still, he works with us talking about, you know, hoping to find ways to even pay this league. It's just about sponsorships and people who can believe in women's sports, women's basketball. And, you know, that's the goal. You know, it starts small, but at least there's an idea and it can trigger an amazing, you know, thing. So that's what we hope for. And, you know, we're the catalyst for it here in LA, and we'll see what New York's talking about. And then, you know.
That'd be fun.
And to like piggyback off what she said about like finding yourself, because I think growing up, when you grow up playing basketball, it's like, oh, my dream is to go to the WNBA or play professional basketball. But once you realize that you're not going to pursue that, or you don't have the choice to pursue that, it goes back to finding yourself. Like, basketball was all you know, so now I have to start over. And I can say that because I'm actually transitioning and doing that right now for myself. So it's kind of like just how you said, I forgot, you said something like, I'm saying yes to everything, like every opportunity. Is like, you don't want to turn down anything, because you never know what you'll end up being good at or do at until you try it. So like for me now, it's just like, I'm going to try whatever comes my way, whatever opportunities I get.
I think the other thing that can be difficult is once you've spent that much time focused on basketball, like you don't do other things. Like, you're not doing college internships like other people, because you're at practice or you're not getting that job. Like, so I think it's harder too to come back and try to then get into some sort of work professional when other people now have about a 10-year jump on you of doing things as well. It can be a struggle.
It's an identity thing too. You know, you're no longer Heartbreak the basketball player. Now you're Heartbreak the who, you know, and that's been an adjustment. I mean, people go through some major mental issues with women's basketball, because in college you're an athlete student, you're not a student athlete. It's like basketball. And so, I mean, it's just the way that it is. So all you can do is try to find an opportunity, plant a seed, and hope that it grows into something great.
Okay. Last question for each of you: what's your goals? Like, if you have a particular goal for yourself in the league this season, like, you know, rookie, like, what if you have a goal? Anybody that has anything they're going after this year to be champ? Anything?
Oh,
I mean,
of course, championship for us. That's my goal. That's all
Okay, well, I'm in agreement, because we're on the same team. Dawn, I'm sensing some.
You know me.
I know.
You know me. I'm going to talk and love you at the same time.
I think the goal is to always win, but I think I'm hoping just to more so network, and just to get in the I'm trying to think, in like the pattern of playing again, because I've been out. So I'm just looking forward to just playing, like, because I love basketball. So I'm really excited.
Oh, that was cute.
Rookie.
No, look, ain't no sweetness, okay, because the girl can play.
I know. That's why I'm not even falling for I just want to get
little
back
sweet
into
smile.
girl back.
She breaking people's ankles and stuff.
Right. No, honestly, like, I just want to have fun. Like, that's it. I mean, I like winning. I don't like losing. People like that. But if it's a good game, it's like, let's just have fun. Like, you know, I'm a clown, you know. I'm a clown.
Any from you?
MVP.
Okay, girl. No, you're not.
I just want to make sure I can get to the games, because I mean, our lives are so busy. I just I can't even make all the games. But you gotta have fun, meet some new girls, have some good basketball. And hopefully, you know, I think what's important is we really are trying to get a fan base out, people to come watch us play. And it's exciting. Like, y'all got to come watch us play, man. We got girls who can dunk. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I only have like 1 minute left. But tell me, you did actually had a dunk contest during All-Star Week, right?
Yes. So we have Tammy Bronner, who is a Harlem Globetrotter. Which is a feat in itself, because she was one of the few women that has become a Harlem Globetrotter. She decided to do a women's dunk contest. We did lower the rim a foot, but that, I mean, still. I mean, you have to get off the ground, get the actual ball, which is a foot in length
Yeah.
itself over the rim, and had a dunk contest. And she actually jumped over somebody and then dunked. So we have some
Donica.
athletic.
Donica.
Yeah, Donica
And you guys can
Dale.
see that on their website. 'cause I
Yeah.
mentioned it.
Yeah.
Just
So
pull it up.
yeah, it's cool.
Fantastic. Well, this has been such a treat. You guys are all amazing. I can't wait to watch. I will get to the game. I will bring my niece to watch you guys. I think it's fantastic what you're doing. So tell everybody again, one quick, we'll go to each one and where they can follow you on social media.
Okay, you can follow me at the Dawn Raven, spelled just like that, on every platform: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Find me there.
I'm Who Is Heartbreak, and everything on my social media is Who Is Heartbreak.
Nandi Amaya on Instagram, Twitter, Amaya Type, and Facebook, Nandi Amaya.
Erika Ringor, ErikaAringor on everything.
All right. Well, that's it for us this week. You guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you here again next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.